In the ring, Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, before our main event, my honor to present to you two very fine boxers in attendance with us here this evening. First, we have the current IBF Featherweight Champion of the world. He won that title with a big win over Troy Dorsey, and he's scheduled to be here right here at the Forum in November. How about a hand for Manuel Mantecas Medina? And ladies and gentlemen, also joining us at ringside, we want to present him into the ring. We have the former IBF Featherweight Champion of the world, current top-ranked lightweight contender, and he last great fight he had a couple nights ago against Pernell Whitaker, introducing Jorge Maromero Paez. Jorge Maromero Paez, former world champion, currently a very fine lightweight contender. Ladies and gentlemen in attendance and sports fans joining us across the nation on Prime Network, along with our special guest joining us across the globe on European Sports Network, we welcome you as Forum Boxing Incorporated, along with Budweiser, the king of beers, present the main event of the evening, the WBA Junior Featherweight World Title bout. This bout is sanctioned by the World Boxing Association, the president, Gilberto Roman, the supervisor in attendance, Manuel Landero, along with the California State Athletic Commission. The chairman is Ara Harabedian, the commissioner in attendance, Jerry Nathanson, the assistant executive officer, Steve English, and the assistant chief inspector is Dale Ashley. Now presenting the officials as appointed for this bout, judging at ringside, Larry Rosadia, Stuart Winston, Marmodio Cedeno, and the referee in charge of this bout. He will be giving instructions after the introductions, Lou Moret. All right, fans, here we go. This is it, the main event of the evening, the WBA Junior Featherweight Championship of the World, scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. Introducing to you first the challenger on my right, fighting out of the blue corner. He enters the ring attired in multicolored trunks, fighting out of Tijuana, Baja California, Mexico. He weighed in at 121 3/4 pounds with a fine record of 47 victories, only 2 defeats, 1 draw, with 30 wins by way of knockout. He is ranked currently as the number 4 junior featherweight contender. Introducing the former WBC bantamweight champion of the world, Raul Perez. And his opponent across the ring on my left, fighting out of the red corner in this world title fight, is the defending champion. He enters the ring attired in black trunks and white trim. Hailing from San Onofre, Colombia. He weighed in at 121 1/2 pounds, and his fine record includes 31 victories, 2 defeats, 2 draws, and 18 wins by way of knockout. He is currently the WBA Junior Featherweight Champion of the world, Luis Chicanero Mendoza. Once again, here's your referee in charge now to give instructions, Lou Moret.
Ok, otra vez, por favor. Aquí es de cintura, ¿eh? Abajo de aquí no puede estar, ¿eh? Ya les di las reglas. ¿Tienen preguntas? Espera la campaña. Una fuerte.
On the brink of the hockey and the NBA season, boxing and all of the events at the Forum, a brand new $3 million scoreboard at the Great Western Forum. It is a brilliant scoreboard. It hasn't quite finished, the installation isn't quite finished. However, it is something to behold. The tail of the tape, Mendoza the champion, 5'7.5" against 5'11", each of them at the 121-pound area. Let's go to the fight. Perez at 5'11" is taller by 3.5 inches. He's a 74-inch reach. This is a good test for Perez. Raul Perez is only 24, but a lot of people think he might be finished. He's got 47 wins and 50 pro bouts, 30 by knockouts. But he lost his WBC Bantamweight Championship to Greg Richardson, a 12-round decision, February of this year. And he did not look good in so doing. We're wondering, and so is everybody else, how he'll do tonight against the champ. This is the 5th defense of the title held by Mendoza. The 3rd time he's defended it in 1991. By the way, Perez had defended his WBC Bantam title 8 times before he was upset by Greg Richardson.
I think in that fight with Richardson, I think that Raul Perez took that fight for granted. He figured 35 years old, Richardson, I could take the fight to him and win by knockout. But it's those things that happen, Chick, when fighters get their confidence built way up above the forearm.
In his career in the black trunks, Chicanero Mendoza, the champion, has been knocked down twice in his career, but never knocked out. Conditioning could win this fight too. I know that sounds redundant after we talked about it in our first fight tonight, but it's very true in this one too. Mendoza won his championship with a 3rd round knockout over Ruben Palacios in September of '90. This is the first time Perez has fought at this weight, 122 pounds. The previous weight he was fighting at was 118. How much difference is 4 pounds?
Well, for the height of Raul Perez, I think it'll be a great deal for him. I think he can utilize that height and reach, and I think he could use those extra pounds, Chick. He looked awfully thin to me the last time that he fought when he lost to Greg Richardson, and it took him a lot of time and a lot of trouble making that weight. I think he's perfect right here.
Perez is regarded by aficionados of the game as one of the best boxers in the sport. He's rangy, he's methodical, likes to throw the right hand, stiff jab, he's got long arms, but he's against a great champion, Mendoza. One thing you might watch for in this fight, do I have time? No, not to explain it, but I'll get it to you in round 2. There's an unusual thing about Perez. All right, we've got a 12-round WBA junior featherweight title match on our hands in the solid black trunks. Chicanero Mendoza from Los Angeles now, formerly lived in Colombia, and he is the champ. Raul Perez is challenging in the corner right above us. Good long arm, snap. That's jab out strongly. I want to tell you about Perez. He does something that some of the older fighters used to do a lot. But he has practiced the art, I guess you could say, of blocking punches with his shoulders. And you got to be very capable to do it.
Absolutely right, Chick. You know, like you said, that was the art that was used way back. I could never get used to that style of fighting, and I never did. So I never used it, but it takes a very talented individual to do that, to be able to do that.
So we'll watch the fight as it goes along, picking off punches. There he just picked one off on his left shoulder. Turns it just in the right time to do it.
You've got to have absolutely perfect timing for that.
Absolutely, or you get killed. How's the first round scoring?
At 10-9, Raul Perez. Those body shots are nice. Well, a little lower than body.
The champion Mendoza is known for his defensive skills. He's clever, he bobs, he weaves, he's crafty. Got good speed, good stamina, counter punch. Should be an outstanding fight. Still buzzing when this fight started about Abner Barajas' victory over Cecilio Espinosa. A lot of them thought Espinosa had pulled it out in the final 5 rounds, including a knockdown in the 10th. But it was a split decision win for Barajas. He advances to round 2 of the tournament.
I had a 97-93 in favor of Espino. I thought he did a remarkable job. Even with that knockdown, like you said, Chick, I thought that closed the book on it. But
That's why they have 3 judges, and that's why they all sit on opposite sides of the ring. I did a TV show recently, and in the film sequence they had of a boxing match, they had all 3 guys sitting at a table on the same side of the ring.
Oh, wow.
I said, they're going to laugh you out of the country. Get it off. Get it out of there.
Yes.
Angles make the difference. After that last fight, no matter what you put in here now, it seems slow pace, wouldn't it?
That's right. But these guys are doing the filling out round here, Chick. First 2 rounds, there will definitely be bombs thrown tonight.
All right, we go to the corner of Mendoza, and this is the first fight that he's had since February, when he was upset by Greg Richardson for his WBC Bantamweight Championship. So he might be a little bit rusty. You can be in the gym, but you can still be rusty.
Absolutely right. There's nothing better than having that ring experience, Chick.
Mendoza's corner, well, 31 wins in 35 fights, 2 losses, 2 draws. Nacho Huazar in the corner. Ramiro Karate is over there, too. That's the father-in-law of Perez. Nacho Huazar, his handler. Okay, let's go to round 3 with the scorecard reading.
20-19. I gave that an even round.
Perez, the challenger, with the red stripes on his trunks. I'd say that's a pretty active champion, Luis Mendoza. This is his 5th defense of the title, 3 this year. That's a good bit of boxing by Mendoza. He really spun Perez around, and he caught him with a good right hand to the cheek. Beautiful boxing by Mendoza.
Mendoza throwing some low punches there, Chick.
Yep.
Ibaro Perez a little upset at times with the Mexican fans, Chick.
Yes.
Being from Tijuana instead of from Mexico City, they don't feel like he's a true Mexican. How much more can he be?
Really makes him upset.
Yes.
Well, they'd change a lot of minds if he won this one tonight, wouldn't it?
Absolutely. Jump on the wagon.
Yeah.
Like me not being real American, being from Covina.
Mendoza is very workmanlike. So far, it doesn't appear that the height advantage of Perez has been to the advantage of Perez. However, I think the longer reach as we go along will probably tell some kind of a story. 74-inch reach for Perez. Mendoza 68. Lou Moret, the 3rd man in the ring. Simply another great referee out of the team of officials that work Southern California fights. These guys work all over the world.
Look at Heba to throw.
Yeah.
He's throwing combinations, left, rights, left, rights.
Beautiful. And they'll start to wear an opponent down if he keeps it up. The chant goes up, Ibaro, Ibaro, means the skinny one, and that indeed he is. Seconds left here in round number 3. 12-rounder. It's for the WBA junior featherweight title. The belt is here. Who will wear it out? Yeah. Good. All right. Let's see. Is that Decima?
Decima.
Decima?
Decima.
Decima. Pasqua. Pasqua.
Pasqua, right?
Gonzalez, of course.
Heba. That's February 25th.
It was February 25th. Melchior Cobb
Castro, right.
All right. Yeah. Okay, what about the scoring so far, Ruben, as we go to the fourth?
30-28 in favor of Hibaro, the challenger.
Raul Perez in the red striped trunks. It's amazing how many. That's a slip in the corner by both men. One fell down, the other slipped and fell into the rope. No knockdown, of course.
If you weren't watching, you would have thought that was a knockdown.
Almost a double knockdown. Good left hand scored by Perez. The longer reach can take its toll.
When Mendoza's got to work inside of that long reach of Hibaro Perez, and Hibaro, on the other hand, has got to stick the jab and utilize that long reach.
Keep him out.
Keep him outside, exactly.
Good right hand scored by Mendoza. Didn't quite land flushly. This fight was scheduled for some time back, and an injury to the arm of Mendoza forced a cancellation, but thank heavens here they are. Perez loves to throw that right hand. Set it up with the left jab. Good uppercut, Perez. Not of great length, but it was effective.
I don't think either fighter have unleashed their bombs yet, Chick. I think they're more tapping, checking out what their weakness of their opponents are right now, and then go to the bombs. I tell you, a fighter that was great for that, Albert Davila.
Oh, boy.
Tap, tap, tap until he knew which ones were effective, and then he dropped the bomb on them.
Now doing a great job as a teacher with the Dame Boxing Club here. All right, back to the corner goes Raul Perez, and you wonder why champions keep coming here. Remember I told you earlier that of the last 6 times the champion has put his belt on the line here, he's lost 5 times. Like going back to November 5th of 1990, WBC Super Bantam title, Pedro Deciman defeated Paul Banky for the crown. December 16th, 90, WBC Light Fly title, Rolando Pascual defeated Chiquito Gonzalez. That's only 2. February 25th, 91, it was Greg Richardson taking the title away from Raul Perez, the WBC Bantam crown. March 25th, 91, the WBC Light Fly title, Melchior Cobb Castro defeated Rolando Pascua. And in August of this year, the IBF Featherweight title changed hands. Manuel Medina defeating Troy Dorsey.
This is the house of upsets, the house of pain.
Perez here trying to get a title back. He lost his bantamweight championship in February. Now here's an opportunity for him, as he's rated number 4 in the junior featherweight division, to get a title and take it away from Chicanero Mendoza. Mendoza moved here from Colombia. More fights, better purses, better gym facilities to work in, he says. Willie Chams is his manager. The trainer is Almacar Brusa, who one time worked with Carlos Monzon. That's pretty good.
I guess. Monzon is one of the greatest middleweights in the history of boxing.
Scorecard close?
No, I've got Hibaro Perez, 40 to 37. I don't see Mendoza doing anything. He has
Just caught a couple.
he has a tendency of waiting for the opponent, and that's what he's been doing tonight.
A lot of weaving and bobbing, but that's not getting any points.
That's right. It looks good. Don't score well.
If you're a dancer.
Chick, I wanted to make a comment about what Bobby Chacon is doing now since his son was killed. Him and the great lightweight, Mondo Ramos, are involved now in a thing called BAD, Boxers Against Alcohol and Drugs, and they're trying to get training camps around the nation in high schools and want to get the kids off the streets and get them out of their gangs. And I think they're doing a remarkable job. Mondo Ramos is one of the founders of it. I think we hope everything happens well, goes well for him.
I'll say we do. A lot of misses in this fight. I think it's about time the champ goes to work.
I think he's better go to plan B because plan A has not worked thus far. That right hand landed.
So that left. So did that right. Put them together in combinations. Best round that Mendoza's enjoyed in the fight. And it comes in round 5. Final seconds of round number 5. Perhaps the best showing so far for Mendoza. Round number 6 from the Great Western Forum in Inglewood, California. Live coast to coast on Prime Network. I'm Chick Hearn along with Ruben Castillo. Our producer Jerry Romano, our director Susan Stratton, working with a fine cast. How'd you score the last round?
I gave the last round to Mendoza, 10-9.
Yep. Navarro, Perez has got to keep active. If Mendoza has gone to plan B.
Well, he's resorted to go below the belt.
Yes, he did that time. Perez has got to keep that left hand out like that and keep him at bay.
He was very effective with that jab in the first 2 or 3 rounds, and he stopped throwing it. Ooh.
That was good combination, the jab and the right.
You know, for having that long reach of Hibaro Perez, he throws some real short, sharp punches. And as you said earlier,
Short uppercut.
right, Mendoza's got a great defense.
There's been a lot of misses in this fight. I agree with you.
Jerry, has anybody got hit?
It's true, there's been a
Ton of missing.
flurry of misses. Blue birds are starting to come out.
Yeah. I think they heard Jerry Romano, didn't they?
He's absolutely right.
Yes. I think there's a little too much respect.
I'm trying to figure out just what it is, but it certainly is providing a good fight. Maybe it's his styles. I don't know if they're that much different. All right, that's the end of the 6th round. And the Blue Birds are really out. You got it scored how?
59 to 56.
In favor of Perez?
Perez.
Well, I hope the next 6 rounds are more interesting than this. I was disappointed in the first 6 rounds. I really was.
Both fighters better kick it in.
WBA junior featherweight belt was worn into the ring by Luis Mendoza in the black trunks.
You know, there's an old saying that you've got to beat the champion.
Yes.
What if the champion isn't doing anything? I mean,
then he beats himself.
Yes, and I don't think that's fair to the challenger. I think both fighters, the belt should be outside the ring instead of carrying it in, you know? The champion hasn't done anything, Chick. Not this fight. I think after the last fight, the people are expecting a war also. Ooh, butted heads.
Yeah, they butted heads is right. He got shot in the stomach by Mendoza.
There's a cut opened over the top on the forehead of Hibaro Perez from that crowd.
They got him in that fight.
Right.
They hit very hard. Occurred in the 7th round. I think that's the most amazing thing about the smaller weight fight, that there aren't more hits. They're so quick. Hey, a lot of good punches delivered in that exchange, and most of them landed by both men. Going to work a little more fervently now. Good left hand to the cheek of Perez. Perez trying to counter. This last minute has been the best minute of the fight, and a good uppercut by Mendoza scored.
Now they're going to start to get...
Okay, we go to round number 8, 12-rounder. It's for the WBA junior featherweight title, and of course it's important to read the scorecard now.
68 to 66 in favor of Raul Hibaro Perez.
That's Ruben Castillo's unofficial card. Unless he's doing some things that we're missing, Mendoza better turn it up a notch. Not that Perez has been a ball of fire.
But, you know, as you said, Chick, he's hard to hit, Mendoza, but still he hasn't done anything. He hasn't proven that the champion status.
That's right. The cut that was incurred by the butted head has had no effect on the brow of Perez, and there's not any sight of blood now. That was a drop or two. What are they chanting?
Mexico, Mexico. They're trying to get Hibaro Perez going.
Good combination by Perez.
Good combination.
Body shots. Mendoza. Awfully high to reach the 5'11" over the top.
Now, Chick, scoring a fight. You got a guy hitting to the top of hitting him on the chin, hitting him in the face. And you got the opponent going to the body. Who do you give the round to?
It's awfully tough. That's what makes judging very, very difficult. And the angle from which you see it. Good exchange. Both men scoring.
It's tough to score fights like that.
Oh.
Tough.
I don't know how they do it. I'll have to admit the last fight in my mind, at least I had it scored the opposite of the way it turned out.
Oh, yes. There's a cut on the forehead on the other side of Hibaro Perez now. They must be colliding heads.
We're in the 8th round.
In a big way.
Good right hand by Perez. His corner urging, keep it up, keep it up, keep the combinations going.
I think he hurt Mendoza.
Mendoza hurt on the ropes. The champion is in trouble. Trying to flick that jab instead of punching it out now. All right, they talk to each other at the round's end. I believe I spotted a swelling under the eye, the right eye. Yes, there's a little bit of a mouse under the right eye of Perez. Over in Mendoza's corner, there's some concern early in the round, Mendoza.
Yes, he landed an uppercut here, Chick. He's got Hibaro on the ropes right where he wants him. But look what happens. Hibaro gets out in the middle of the ring.
Later in the round, I thought the Raul came on very well.
Oh, yes, here comes Hibaro Perez throwing that long jab, teed off with that right hand and work to the body on him. Very good camera work.
In the corner of Perez, look at that, the trainer. That fellow's name is Chuck Bodak. He's a real good cut man. And on the back of his head, in some kind of little paper stickers, he's got Hibaro.
Yeah, the reason being they're stickers because there's no more hair to shave there, like Maromero Paez.
All right, we're in the 9th round. It's getting late. Prime Network, coast to coast, live from the Great Western Forum. Inglewood, California. The world's most beautiful sports theater.
The House of Pain. Six losses in my career, 3 were right here on the Great Western Forum.
Certainly were.
Unbelievable. Jinx, maybe?
Yeah, well, a couple weeks ago when we were here, you went down without being hit. Oh, great right hand scored by Mendoza. The best punch of the night for either man. See if he can follow it up. It didn't seem to bother Perez at all. And he took a hard shot.
Count of 8 when I went down here, Jake.
Right. He was coming in a doorway and there's ice down for hockey and he didn't see it, slipped on it and fell. Got a bad shoulder out of it. Another chopping right hand by Mendoza. And almost a low blow. Both men seemingly warming up to the fact that this fight can go either way.
Great shots by Mendoza, right to the chin of Hibaro.
And he really took them well. Didn't see any buckle in those skinny legs.
None at all.
you could basically say neither man has been cut. Another solid right. Now a left to the jaw of Perez. Big round for Mendoza to this point.
As long as he stays busy, he'll score, but he hasn't been very busy.
Got to get inside, and if Perez doesn't keep that jab out, he will get inside. Trying with the uppercut. Now the left to the jaw. Mendoza's finest minutes of the evening.
By far the best round for Mendoza.
End around.
They're throwing.
Mendoza's uppercut was one of the gems of the season. Woo. All right, now we go to round number 10 with a score 87-85 in favor of Perez on the unofficial card of Ruben Castillo. Mendoza needs another round like that. There's a solid right hand. It's amazing the punches that Perez has taken without his legs buckling, without any effect being shown.
Had these punches been landed like this, if they'd have landed like this in the first 2 rounds, they'd have been over with. But now Hibaro Perez is warmed up, and I don't think he'll go down with a train.
You think he's absorbed his best shot?
He's taking his best shot, Chick. His, mine, yours, everybody's. He'll never go down now.
Mendoza acting a little strangely right there. Put his arms down, just waited for Perez to come to him.
I don't think he wants to do that. I think his fight plan is to get Hibaro against the ropes.
Mendoza definitely has to get inside or in closer.
All he's going to do there is absorb some punches, Chick.
There's that right hand over the top again. Now the left hand scores. Good combination. Mendoza. He's showing why he's a champion. He's showing why he has defended successfully 4 times. This is his 5th title defense. 3 of them this year. He won the crown with a 3rd round knockout in September of '90. Mendoza trying to pull it out here, but maybe he doesn't have anything to pull out. Maybe he's ahead. Who knows on the scorecards?
After watching the last fight, who knows exactly?
This is a 12-rounder. Obviously, being a championship match. He joined us late. It's for the WBA, the junior featherweight title.
Starting to go wild. Going too wide, Mendoza is. Could pay the piper for it.
Final 15. Five seconds left in the round. Then we'll go over and visit in the corner of Raul Perez. They are doing stare downs after every round now. You don't get any points for that. Nacho Huizar, his handler in the white shirt out in front. Chuck Bodak in the black. Apparently he's got a cut up in the hairline. That's got to be from a butt.
Técnico, cuando lo hagan fallar, no salgas riquitos, salga con la pierna atrás para que ahí lo recibas tú con el 1-2. Tienes que hacer lo posible por finalizar la aviación. Espera, canto nueva.
They want him to keep his foot back, to step back. When he throws the combination, step back away from the punches of Mendoza. But he's got to keep his balance.
Cuando falla hay que tirar golpes, mijo. Cuando falla, sobre todo mucho ya cuando él te falla, hay que tirar más golpes. Hay que ganar todos los rounds.
He's wanting Mendoza, when Mendoza misses, he wants him to throw punches. Counter punch, in other words.
All right, through 10 rounds, how do you have it?
97-94 in favor of Ibaro Perez. Now, Mendoza won early the early part of the 10th round, Chick, but he gave the round away. Didn't do anything after that.
Oh, there's another good right hand off the cheek of Perez. And the left.
There's a tape.
And we got tape on the left cuff of the champion coming loose. They'll probably have to stop it and retape it. I believe the ref has seen it. Lou Moret.
Get the tape.
Yep, he just told the corner, get the tape, and then I'll stop it. As soon as the action slows down here, he'll stop it. Like maybe right now. No, he didn't stop it. He told him in the corner, get the tape ready. Good wobbing and weaving, good weaving and bobbing.
Easy for you to say.
By Mendoza. I'll whistle it. Puffiness around the right eye of Perez. Those long arms really are an asset. 5'11", 121 3/4 pounds against 5'7 1/2", 121 1/2.
See, Chick, in the first part of the 11th round, Mendoza landed a great right hand, and he falls asleep. He lets Ibaro Perez come back and score.
1 minute left in the 11th round. The champion counter-punching inside. Minute 20 of the 11th round. You're going to run out for a bud between rounds. Hurry right back. We're going to stay right here with our cameras and see what they're saying over in the corner now of Luis Mendoza. Only 1 round to go.
Throw everything you've got now.
They're holding a patch over the left eye of Mendoza.
Te voy a echar agua fría, ¿ok, Luz? Te voy a echar agua en el cuerpo. No. ¿No? No, está bien, está bien.
They're worried about the water. They haven't given him any instructions.
Vamos, que el último asalto hay que tirar todo lo que queda, Lucho,
He says, throw everything you got this last round.
Está cerrada, No, no.
He said this is a close fight. That's interesting.
Okay, we'll see that. Let's go over and take a look at Perez. See, he's got some puffiness around the right eye. Other than that, he's in pretty good shape. Got a little bit of a cut up in the hair. He's trying to get himself really pumped up for this final 3 minutes. Here we go. The winner of this round could win the fight. Who knows? The scorecards will be easy to read. Both men got to give it everything they've got. That's what close fights mean. That neither corner can say to their man, take it easy. We got a one. Just don't get hurt. I'll tell you how hard the champion has been hit tonight. Some of the lettering on the seat of his pants is coming off.
Oh, man. Could they be from the low blows, perhaps?
They got to get some Elmer's glue.
Yes, they do.
The champion in the black scores with a good right hand.
I think the best thing to do is save some energy for those last 15 seconds. I know cliche in boxing.
I thought you were going to say for overtime.
For overtime, right. For those last 15 seconds, make an impression.
Luis Chicanero Mendoza, the champion, against Raul Perez, the challenger. Perez in February lost his WBC bantamweight belt. He's had trouble holding his pants up, he says, so he's going after another belt tonight. I'm surprised there's this much of a lull in the action. The crowd getting behind their respective fighters with 1 minute left. 12th and final round. Seconds. Oh, one of these guys is the WBA Junior Featherweight champion. Which one? We apparently are going to have to find out from the judges voting as it's announced in the middle of the ring. Here we go to the end of the fight. It's over. They don't know it, but it is. They have been arguing at the end of each round. Now the two fighters embrace.
Never could understand that.
You beat a guy up and then you kiss him. All right. They have a band here, and they have turned up. See that, Rich? Looking at the face of some of the handlers in the corner of the champion who are overlooking at the scorecard, I think that the champion has lost. But that's only a thought, just guessing from the exclamations on people's faces. All right, Jimmy Lennon Jr. with the decisive announcement.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds of boxing, we have a split decision. Judge at ringside, Stuart Winston, scores about 117-111, Luis Mendoza. Judge at ringside, Larry Rosadilla, scores about 115-114, Raul Hibaro Perez. Judge at ringside, Armodio Cedeño, scores about 116-114 in favor of the winner and new champion, Raul Hibaro Perez.
Perez won it. The belt changes hands. And ladies and gentlemen, now in the last 7 title fights at the Forum, the skinny man, Hibaro Raul Perez from Tijuana, wins the championship. And that means in the last 7 title fights, the challenger has won 6 of the 7. Is that unbelievable? A new champion. Luis Mendoza loses the crown.
Hibaro, I want to ask Hibaro, when he lost the title, he didn't fight this great fight that he fought tonight, but I want to find out what he did different. Hibaro, cuando peleaste tú con Greg Richardson, ¿qué hiciste tú diferente para esta pelea que ganaste?
Pues todo, hice una mala pelea y la gente me criticó, los periodistas aquí en Los Ángeles me criticaron que yo estaba acabado. Con eso les demuestro que hay fibra para rato. y que yo no fallo. Yo cuando subo al ring, yo cumplo como buen mexicano.
He said that he did everything different for this fight. He came more prepared. And the press here in Los Angeles gave him a lot of static saying that he was all done with boxing. He proved tonight that he's still here and he's still a champion. Ya para el futuro, vas a entrenar como entrenaste ahora.
Así es, siempre como entrenamos siempre, Jorge y yo. Él me siguió, yo le seguí hasta el terreno y él me siguió hasta Los Ángeles y siempre vamos a estar con ustedes, siempre.
Well, I asked him if he's going to continue working the way he did for this fight for the future, and he worked with Maromero Paez and they worked together, so he will continue working like this.